It's Tuesday evening here at Distribution Bar. I am one of your co-hosts for this live podcast, Jarrett, Florea.
I'm Albert Moreno. I'm your other co-host.
And we are Toadally Croakin. Hell yeah. We have a little late start today. Sorry about that. Some me forgetting stuff. I left a whole bag of equipment at home.
Yeah, Jarrett got caught in a gay parade.
Yeah, actually, this whole episode is kind of about like last minute shit. Like we start every episode with a new joke topic given to us by previous guests, and I didn't get our joke topic until last night from George Brown, and so just fair warning, all of our jokes were written within the past 24 hours. Albert, I guess I'll go first. I have a long one. So I told you last night, I was dreading having to write a joke in 24 hours, and then as soon as I had this thought, I was on a fucking tear. Yeah. So UFOs is our topic for today to start with. I think UFO is one of the most useless acronyms we've ever come up with. Like when someone says UFO, you think aliens, right? Aliens. But what it actually means is unidentified flying object, which is extremely broad. Way too broad. Like an airborne dildo is a UFO until it hits a WNBA court, am I right? Hell, Superman is a UFO for about 2 sentences. Like, look, up in the sky, it's a bird. No, it's a plane. Unidentified? No, it's Superman. Identified. No longer a UFO. Just a confirmed alien. Great fucking system we've got here. Like, how are we using the same description for a possible intergalactic spacecraft as we would for a rogue kite? That's like calling any object you find on the ground that you don't recognize a UO, an unidentified object. Like, great job, detective. You discovered an object. Like, every stranger to me could be called a UO. And you put that stranger in an airplane, they're now a UFO. The same description we use for a fucking spacecraft. I've got to give a more specific name for when we do discover actual extraterrestrial ships. Call them like a foreign alien galactic ship. FAGs for short. Imagine how many less false reports there would be. Because like no drunk redneck is calling 911 like, officer, I was abducted by fags. And they probed my anus. And that is my UFO joke.
I've actually seen a lot of UFOs in my lifetime. You know, sometimes my friends will ask me if they think there's something about me why I've witnessed so many of this so many times. And I don't think it's anything like that. I've just spent a lot of time looking up in my lifetime. You know, despite being well experienced with unidentified aliens, I don't have much experience with UFOs other than just seeing them. You know, I feel the same way about UFOs as I do about the Epstein files. Like, the evidence is out there, and they just won't let us see it. And why do they both always take children? I think UFOs are like interdimensional magicians. You know, you don't see them unless they want you to. That's my joke.
Hell yeah. Oh man, Albert, I will tell you, I will let you know, I'll let you little in on a little secret of mine. I'm having a terrible past 2 hours. Really? I have been nonstop pissed off for the past 2 hours.
Wow, I can't see you angry at all.
Like literally, so actually whenever I realized I forgot the equipment and I was driving back, immediately got stuck in traffic. I'm just punching my steering wheel as hard as I can and like screaming at people because they're not fucking going. Like they're waiting 3 car lengths before they go at a green light. Yeah, I was pretty pissed. And then even before that, just at home, I dropped Gwen's rice all over the floor, and that pretty much ruined her dinner. And
Did she cry?
Yeah, she cried. No. I think she mostly cried because I yelled "fuck" whenever I dropped it, and she gets quite emotional whenever I get upset, even if it's
I
like.
I love it when you say this.
It's like I if I'm like yelling at the dog, if I just get upset, like if I'm playing video games and I go "fuck, man," she goes "stop." And so, yeah, she doesn't like it when I swear.
So she knows that's a bad word.
Yeah, she knows it's a bad word. I think she knows because I don't let her say it. She, the other day, I think it was Sunday, or Saturday, I had some friends over. We were playing Mario Kart. And I guess at one point I said, fuck, dude. And Gwen later in the night said, fuck, dude. And I had to get on to her about it. So she knows she's not allowed to say it.
Oh, man. That's got to be hard to watch your mouth all the time.
Yeah, especially because I'm bad to the bone when it comes to my potty mouth. And so, how is your day going? Is it going a lot better than mine at least?
I think so. I feel bad even just saying that. But,
it's good.
My
That's
day
good.
has probably been way better than yours. I got my dog a haircut. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of haircut? Is it cute?
It's just like a short trim cut for, my Australian
You should give it like a mohawk from the front all the way to the tail.
So I don't know what it is about most of these people that groom dogs, but they usually leave a little bandana with them. And my dog always comes back looking like a lesbian, ready for a hot date. Like she looks like she's going on a date tonight.
You gotta put a cowboy hat on it so it switches from lesbian to cowboy.
This just looks like a gay cowgirl.
Well, hell yeah. Did you, I'll wait until after we get our guest over here to talk about the process of writing a joke in less than 24 hours. Our guest today, he's actually, he's someone that I haven't gotten actually see do a regular set. I only ever see him when he's co-hosting the wonderful podcast, Eric Amanante versus the World. So I'm very excited to get to sit down and talk with this guy more, get to know him a little bit better than I already do. Give it up for the one and only Steve, the Plumber Richardson!
Yeah, I am.
That mic might be fucked up. You might have to grab the other one if it doesn't work.
Right back with you.
Yeah, sometimes there's always one cord that's messed up amongst our equipment.
The chord scenario is hard to get away from.
Yeah.
So, the topic today is UFOs. It's one of my favorites. It's come to my attention that most of my friends, meaning almost all of them, have all been abducted by aliens and fucking probed. Everyone but me.
Oh.
Now, this isn't the kind of information you just share immediately with your buddies. This is trickle out over time. Everybody's drinking, getting truthy, and then you find out that all of your friends have been probed by aliens but me. So, I'm feeling a little left out. I'm wondering what is unattractive about this ass that is not bringing in the aliens, because I'm feeling left out. I haven't felt this way since Boy Scouts. And, I chalked it up to an awkward phase. And that's my joke.
Hell yeah. Give it up for Steve, the Plumber Richardson. Bring the mic with you.
All right, yeah.
There you go. Hell yeah. Steve, how are you doing this fine evening? Are you doing better than me at least, hopefully?
I think I am. I battled the traffic too and the stupid stuff. But
I think it was less the traffic and more like I was a little bit mad at myself for forgetting. I wouldn't have had to deal with the traffic if I hadn't have forgotten the equipment.
Yeah.
I was mad at you too.
No, we were talking mad shit.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it because I deserve it.
Late.
Yeah, me, the guy.
Jared gets here late just to
Every time.
here early just to show up late.
Yep, that's exactly. I showed up 40 minutes early to be here 5 minutes before we were supposed to start.
Well, thankfully you don't live too far out.
Yeah, no.
Totally can't blame it on getting high or anything.
No. Actually, Steve, to let you know, I haven't smoked in 3 days.
Jared hasn't had the time to get high.
Which probably also explains a little bit of the irritation.
Bro was itching.
Yeah, I'm jonesing for a joint. I'm taking a drug test tomorrow, so I'm trying to just clear out my system as much as I possibly can.
So
they got a T for that,
Yeah, but I don't know.
Little insider baseball. You're applying for the place that I am. So that's why you're taking a drug test?
Yeah, I'm taking a drug test tomorrow.
He's trying to get located where I am at, delivering mail or
we deliver Amazon packages.
Yeah, packages.
Yeah. Well, okay, actually,
that's an important job.
So I had a planned question off the top based off this UFO stuff before we get lost in other sauce.
Okay. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. So I was thinking, You said you've never been abducted by aliens, you've never been probed, and you're wanting to. If aliens were to abduct you as a plumber to like work on their plumbing on their ship, do you think would you be down to live on an alien spacecraft as their on-site plumber?
Dude, think about the wild ride you would have flying around the universe. Absolutely. I would do anything those motherfuckers want.
Hell yeah.
I would just yeah, dude, I want to see Saturn. I want to see this. I want to see this. I'm like, take me for a fucking ride.
Yeah.
No problem.
If the cost of a intergalactic travel is just fucking plunge in a toilet every now and again,
I feel like Steve could very easily seduce him. Like, you see a porn situation here, Steve the plumber gets stuck in the toilet.
Help me out, guys.
Guys, I'm stuck in the beam.
I'm stuck in here. Take me away. Take me to another dimension.
It's not that rough. The alien dicks are real small.
Yeah. See, that's another thing I was thinking. I'm like, if you're going to be a plumber in an alien spaceship, I'd cross my fingers I get abducted by aliens without assholes.
Yeah. That's why aliens have such big heads. It's all the insecurities.
But the risk with that is there's no assholes. What if there's like a far worse thing to get rid of your excrement than we could have ever imagined?
Y'all remember, y'all fans of Scary Movie 3? Mm-hmm. So that they find out in the movie, like, how do y'all piss and shit? And he's like, sticks the finger out, puts it in his mouth. Oh, what a classic movie.
Oh, yeah. How long have you been a plumber for?
A little over 20 years.
Damn, so 100% a professional at this point. You've gotten your 10,000 hours.
Full on plumbing ninja.
Dang, okay.
I haven't
so any alien spacecraft would be honored to have you aboard their ship, I would say.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the alien shit would just be a little adapting period.
He'd be the Mexican on that ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Man. Are there any plumbers that you look up to, like Mario or Luigi or Joe Dirt?
No. I'm actually the best plumber that I know.
Hell yeah. It's like whenever you meet a stand-up comedian who was not a fan of stand-up comedy before they did it.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
Yeah, you just do it. I found the craft and it's called to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, plumbing was like a thing that happened on accident.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped out of college. My parents were getting divorced, and I had to go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
And they got this plumber drunk and gave me the job. So I was hired at 2:00 in the morning. I came home with a girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
My parents weren't home. My sister was in there, and I'm like, yo, where is everybody? They're like, they left with Craig the plumber at 6. And I'm like, it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, they left. And yeah. Craig the plumber kicks the fucking door in, and he's like, hey, you want a job? Yeah. You want to be a plumber? Okay.
He knights you with a plunger. And you are now Steve the plumber.
The rest is fucking history. It's one of those deals. And I was too smart for the other plumbers that came in. So it's like I picked it up and I learned it fast. Mm-hmm. And the thing about plumbing is you will quit that job a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I quit 4 times and they gave me a raise instead of me quitting every time.
Hell yeah.
And they just kept giving me, and at some point I was like, I guess I'm getting good at this. And I may as well ride this out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And so, I got on the path. I took classes. I started a business. I became a special projects foreman for the biggest plumbing company in Southern California.
Damn.
And these dudes out here in Texas hired me over the phone.
Damn.
And that's how I got here.
Damn. We are talking to a plumbing legend right now.
He is an expert in dealing with shit.
Yeah. I do understand. I totally believe you with you're going to quit this job multiple times. Like a shitty day at Amazon, it sucks. Your day's lasting a long. A shitty day at a plumber, you're dealing with literal shit. I can only imagine how bad. What's still the worst day on the job that you can recall?
It's called going inside a lift station to fix a busted pipe. And you can imagine what's floating around in there. So what you're dealing with in a lift station is this restaurant is in the basement. The sewer pipes are above your head. Ooh. So the lift station's got to take that stuff over there. You have to climb in there because the pipe's busted and spraying all over the place, and there is nothing good going on inside that lift station. No. You are suiting up, you are shoving friggin' mints up your nose, and you are going in there and wrestling that bear. Yeah. And you are charging whatever the fuck you want
Yes.
for that job.
Yes.
So if you want to make $1,000 that day, you are making $1,000 that day, and they will happily pay you.
Hell yeah.
Were you stuffing your nose so you just didn't enjoy it too much?
Yeah.
Well, it's like you wanted to kind of play with the stuff on the strings a little bit.
So like, does that really do any justice for you?
Justice?
Like about as much as it can do to help you?
I guess, is there a certain point where you just kind of you get numb to the smell?
You can literally shut off your nose and make it stop working. Like,
damn.
It's a real thing.
I feel like it's less of like a turn off switch and more like your nose has been petrified by all the years of shit. They would stop working even like outside of work.
It's not even that. It's the chemicals.
Oh.
The solvents in them will burn up your olfactory senses anyway. So, also another thing.
So does that mean like you enjoy the smell of cookies a little less now because like overall your senses have been dulled?
No, I don't enjoy the smell of cookies any less, but my sense of smell is terrible. If you ask me where the gas leak smell is coming from, I cannot tell you.
Well, yeah, you can't switch into that career at any
I'm
point.
like, you have to tell me where you smell it, and I'll look around.
Yeah. The only gas leak that he's inspecting
That's what I was
is
betting on,
assholes.
so I'm fucked now.
Man, something I learned is the Mario brothers. Their last name is Mario, so like it's Mario, and Luigi Mario,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's more of an insult towards Mario or Luigi because that means Mario's parents were so lazy they were like, fuck it, last
Mario.
name. Yeah. They'd be like my parents naming me Florea. Or a Moreno.
Yeah, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, Mario, Luigi Mario. I don't know.
How long have you been involved with comedy?
I've been doing it for about 3 years. So what happens to you when you're a tradesman is you start out being an asshole.
Yeah.
You're worried about your tools, your truck, getting good at what you do and everything else. And you are an asshole the whole fucking time. But at some point, you get good at what you do, and you have to move on to something else. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I became a people person. I started screwing with the customers all the time because it was the most fun in the job.
Yeah.
So I had this routine. I would show up, and I'd be like, show me what you broke. And they'd be like, we didn't break it. It just happened. And da-da-da-da. And I was like, And then I would walk in, and they'd be like, okay, it's over here. And husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends, everybody breaks the kitchen sink at some point. And you look at one when the other one is out of the room and be like, yo, he totally told me you broke this. And then you watch them walk into the other room and start having words. And then I'm in the kitchen laughing. And they come out and they're like, what's going on? And these are always renters, by the way. So these renters come out and they're like, what's going on? And all they're worried about, they come in hot and everything else, and all they're worried about is getting the rent jacked up on them. And I'm like, yo. And they're like, are you messing with us? And I'm like, yeah, I'm messing with you guys. And I'm like, here's the deal. Did you pay your rent on time? And they're like, yeah. Did you call when something broke? Yeah. I'm like, you can break anything in this place. Nobody cares. I don't care. I'm here to do a job and get the hell out. And I'm like, I don't care about any of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to screw with you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix your garbage disposal, and I'm going to skip off into the sunset. But this is the deal. It's like, as long as you're doing those two things, like, you can break anything in this house, and nobody's going to know.
Man, I'm so glad you resolved that you told them you were fucking with them because I was so concerned that you've ruined so many marriages.
No. That's the thing about screwing with people. It's like everybody loves you after you screw with them.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get in trouble. You think bad things are going to happen. No, you're a freaking hit.
Hell yeah.
That's the human element of it all.
Yeah.
It's like, literally, if you walk into the room and screw with everybody in the room, they freaking love you. And that's how I got into comedy, bitches.
Hell yeah.
By the way, that sounds like a great movie anyways. If he were to be, I would have watched that movie.
Yep.
Just him fucking over. Yeah, he's a liar. He said you weren't here yesterday. Just fucking gaslighting the shit out of couples.
The gaslighting plumber. Yeah. Speaking of working with little pieces of shit, how long have you been doing this shit with Eric Abenante?
I wrote a whole bit about it, but it was about 3 years ago.
Oh, so like around the time you started?
Yeah, right around the time I started. So what had happened is I actually worked on their place. I was their plumber.
Nice.
And I
Yeah.
show up, and Lila's like this tall.
Yeah.
And Eric's like that tall. And, I make a joke like, how high did I get on the way to work today? But no, they're real people.
Yeah.
I just literally walked into Munchkin Land's little house in Irving. And I'm like,
Eric's pretty tall for a Jew.
I'm like, what do you guys do for a living? They got Rodney Dangerfield on the walls, everything else. They're like, we're comedians. I'm like, how long you been doing it? And they're like, 6-7 years. We're out of LA. We did a comedy store, everything. Like they have all of the pedigree.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just listened to Joe Rogan. He's talking about doing comedy. I have a disease. I walk into a room and I got to screw with everybody in the room.
Yeah.
I always think about doing comedy, and they're like, oh, okay, and they're like, okay, you're funny. And then one day they're hosting an open mic, and they can't get enough bodies in there. And they're like, come on, man, you're funny. Go in there. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'm a virgin, whatever. And I got shitty drunk, did this bit, recorded the whole fucking set. And they're like, good job to everybody that bombed. And good job to me. All the same good job. And I had no fucking gauge on how I did or didn't do. And then they came to me afterwards. They're like, are you addicted? I'm like, addicted to what? And then the next fucking day when I'm sobered up and I'm playing back the video, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, I'm not bad. I got some laughs. This is good.
Hell yeah.
And the whole goal was to not look like I had never done this shit before.
Yeah.
And I actually did well.
It's a good goal
yeah.
when you're first starting.
And
that is crazy. I didn't realize that was
I didn't know
that's
either.
so crazy.
No, I mean I've bombed on stage probably just a handful of times.
Yeah.
Had to learn a few tricks along the way, and they were great coaches. Eric Abenante is an actual excellent comedy coach.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Excellent comedy coach. And so these people, they were my friends. They kind of cultivated me along the way and all the other things. And it was, for me, it's a thing I love to do. And I love being around my friends. I love being around wild-ass comedians. And if, the day comes where I can make a fucking nickel doing this, fuck yeah. But if it doesn't, it's all the same. It's all good.
Hell yeah.
And
man, that is so crazy how that just... That's insane. That is so cool.
I had no idea that we had someone that had a close tie with Eric Abenante like that.
Yeah, man, that's I guess it's the best part about working on Eric Abenante's plumbing is you got to move the stepping stool out away from the toilet before you start working on it.
Oh, dude, I put in a kitchen sink for them that Lila could use as a hot tub. I'm like, you need to climb in this thing and take a picture when I'm done.
It's apologize for it being so big, but
That's awesome. That's so crazy. Fuck yeah, that's so wild that that just kind of worked out exactly that way. So at what point did
you should see Lila's Cannibal.
Well, at what point did Eric Abenante versus the World start?
So I got into comedy and I started doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time I was married, and she did not get comedy, and she did not understand how this worked. And she was like, you need to talk to me before you do jokes.
That's devastating.
And I was like, yo, I can't do that. You don't understand how this works.
Yeah.
And so I had to make a choice. It was like comedy, marriage. And I was like 15 years deep into this thing.
Damn, that is a rough decision.
Yeah, you were working with Saturday Night Live early on.
Yeah.
Getting vetted by all your jokes before you leave for an open mic.
Fucking crazy. That's like my fiance will tell me like if I'm gonna make a joke about her that I think might be mean spirited, then yeah. But I besides that, she's like she doesn't give a fuck what I talk about.
My bit that killed it was like strippers with stretch marks. It made no fucking sense. Bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I realize this is a problem. Every time I go to an open mic, I'm getting in a fight with my woman and all the other things.
Damn.
And so I was like, I will give this up. I've got a couple of plates I'm spinning, things I'm doing. I'm like, but you ain't getting in the way of anything else.
Yeah.
Or we're done. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, dude, if I got to give up this, and I'm going to go do this, if you get in the way of that, it's done.
Yeah, if you're just taking out all my hobbies and it's like, what?
No. You hit an age where your kids are starting to grow up and everything else, and you have to think about the next step.
Yeah.
And the next step is legacy.
Yeah.
The next step is not your progeny or your grandkids, it's legacy. So then you're deciding what to do next, where you're going to make your mark on the world, because the second your kids die, dude, you're forgotten.
Yeah.
This is the reality of who we are. And so, like, those were the types of decisions I was coming up against. She's like, why do you want to be famous? I go, I don't want to be forgotten.
Yeah.
I go, this isn't about greed. This isn't about money. This is about mortality. This is about what we do as human beings.
It's like
it's like your own legacy too. You want to leave
what's
something
the Disney
behind.
movie?
Something of value.
I'm trying to think of the Hispanic Disney movie where they die in like the underworld. They basically you die again once everyone on Earth has forgotten who you are. Why am I forgetting the name of this fucking movie? It's a little boy, he plays the guitar, and he has the bald dog. Is anybody else? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? What? Coco, yes, Coco. It's exactly
saved by the audience again.
Yeah, yeah.
Coco. I don't remember this.
You don't
one.
remember that?
No.
It's it's like a very
it's a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie. It's very based in like Hispanic culture, and they it's basically like you pass away, you go into the afterlife, and you get to live in this amazing like city. It's filled with all the people that died, and like I forget what the name of the holiday is, but like on this holiday you said
Dia de los Muertos,
yes,
buddy.
something like that. There you go. See, this is how you know I'm not actually Mexican.
I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen this movie? It's a good movie. Check it out. Do you have Disney Plus?
No.
I'm giving you my my account. So you
I think it'd be weird if I did have Disney Plus.
Disney Plus and Hulu are bundled, so you can always just say you do
they
it
got
for
the
Hulu.
Marvel stuff in there too. It's okay.
Yeah.
You have a kid, I don't.
Yeah. But yeah,
1, 2, 3, not gay.
so essentially, you know, you get to visit your family because they put out stuff that like you like, and basically once the last living relative that remembers you doesn't remember you anymore, you die again and you no longer exist even in the afterlife. And so like there's like this in the movie there's this famous musician, and so he's always being remembered because he's a famous musician, and that's kind of like what Steve's talking about, like not necessarily wanting to be a famous comedian or whatever he ends up doing because he wants to make money or be famous while he's living, but more like to keep his memory alive when he's dead.
Okay, yeah.
Which I 100% am in that same boat.
Yeah. We all are.
Yeah.
It's just a human condition thing.
Yeah.
It's like what are we doing?
Yep.
What are we doing right now?
Yep.
Are we trying to be remembered?
Like even
rich?
in life, I think being forgotten is one of my fears, I would say, or something that makes me uncomfortable. Like people that were very close to me growing up, or someone that meant a lot to me. Like the idea of like years later them just not even remembering me freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's deep.
Yes, it's really
Dude,
deep.
This is why the cavemen were drawing on the fucking wall.
Yeah.
This is why.
This is Chuck. He discovered fire. Don't forget.
This is leftover monkey
real.
shit.
Yeah, you know it's funny. So have you always had this long hair, or is this more of a recent thing?
I grow hair probably 3 to 4 inches a month.
Okay, yeah.
So my choice is to buzz it all down or grow it out. And half the decision making process is the job that I got, whether or not I can get away with it. And so like they're very pro hair out here in Texas, so it works out.
Pro hair.
So I'll grow it out, and that's it.
I made that same decision because, well, mostly just 'cause I hated having to explain what kind of haircut I wanted, and then it was the same thing where it's like I had to do it get a haircut every couple months if I wanted to keep it like a short, nice hairstyle. Well, like otherwise we just end up in that weird middle spot where it's like not quite in that short, nice, but it's also not long enough to really look good, and so just fuck it. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
Texas is not pro a lot of things, so I'm glad it worked out for you in that regard.
No. People think like the hair is a California thing because it's where I'm from. But really, everybody's buzzed it all off in California. So it's like I've not seen more hair anywhere else but Texas.
Which is kind of weird considering how fucking hot it gets here.
No, it does get hot.
I would expect that more in cold climate.
Yeah, that's
Just have like a built-in scarf. I mean, there's days, like especially working in Amazon, like the few days of the year where it's really cold outside, I'll have my hoodie on, and I'll just have my fucking hair wrapped under my jacket around my neck.
It will keep you warm in the cold days.
Yeah.
That's funny. I will never be able to do that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny with the hair. You picked plumbing as a trade and not carpentry. That's more fitting for the style we've got going on, being a carpenter. But
I got a whole bit about that.
Hell yeah, man! Jesus as a plumber would be if Jesus was the first plumber. That'd be actually probably the only guy that could do it. He created the first plumbing. But let's see. Well, I feel like there was something else I had that I wanted to ask Steve that I've completely out of my brain. You know what? Well, let's get into this because we've been forgetting to do it in some episodes. I'm going to go ahead and ask you right now, what joke topic are we doing for next episode? I believe next week's guest... Actually, next week's guest is not confirmed, so you can't even use that to help you decide.
All right, dude,
it don't matter.
I'm gonna screw them up pretty good. I'm going to go trans strippers.
Trans strippers. Holy shit. That's I would say, Steve, 100% Steve gets the reward for most insane joke topic that we've ever gotten.
All right, this is going to be interesting.
You invited me. You did it yourselves.
I've never wrote about my fantasy before, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trans
strippers. It's going to get weird.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give it up for our bartender, everybody. She's filling in for our
she's the best.
today.
We appreciate you.
Heck yeah. Man, yeah, okay. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to be an interesting one. Hey, having more than 24 hours, I should hopefully have a pretty decent trans stripper joke.
You're going to be working on this all week, bro.
That's a good segue for me personally because I don't know of much conversation I've had with you about strippers. Have you ever been to a strip club?
I've never been to a strip club.
You ever
before.
came close to being at a strip club?
Well, no, because I've been with me and Maddie. I've been together since I was 16.
Yeah, even with y'all having mutual friends, you can still get dragged into this shit regardless.
It's like she's never been to a strip club either. It's just something we've never. Because we've been together, so it's like if we were either one of us were ever go to a strip club, it would have to be like a group decision between me and her for us to go to a strip club, and we just not made that group decision.
Well, I know that this probably isn't surprising to hear, but like when you talk to women, you'll find out so many of them are automatically so pro women, like strip clubs, fuck yeah. So like I'm always interested to hear like when people get dragged into this shit because I've only ever been. I think just twice. Once here in Fort Worth because it was my 25th birthday and my friend bought me a lap dance or some shit. Yeah. And second time in Austin, it was for a bachelor party. So kind of was expected in Austin. Yeah. Actually, saw Tony Hinchcliffe that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was this at the Yellow Rose, the Red Rose?
It was at the Vulcan, actually.
The Vulcan?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
They did the Vulcan with it was Red Band show, so Red Band went after Tony.
Okay.
But we saw a bunch of up and coming comics. One of the guys that did the voice for one of the voices for Rick and Morty.
Okay.
He was on the show, a kind of bigger, heavy set dude.
Now, is it am I thinking of the right person? Is this the guy that got canceled or the other guy?
What did he get canceled for?
There was one of the voice actors of Rick and Morty.
No,
actually, no, the voice actor. I'm pretty sure he voiced both of them, Rick and Morty.
It wasn't one of the main guys.
Okay, it wasn't a main guy.
It was a smaller role guy, but he's in the Kill Tony universe.
Like Mr. Meeseeks, is that the fucking?
Yeah, it's gonna have to definitely be a supporting one. I was like, is it Rollins? Is it?
No, it wasn't one of the big guys.
Yeah, I go hard with Rick.
But the interesting thing. The interesting thing is he had a meltdown. He had a bad set. And
Tony?
No. This guy that worked with Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
He was doing so bad that he broke out into impressions out of desperation and none of them hit.
Damn.
For his entire set. He ate shit And then Tony came on after and was like, that guy's going to kill himself. Like,
Oh, man.
absolutely ripped on him for over a minute, dude. It was fucking brutal.
Yeah, I guess I can imagine how brutal that'd be if I'm bombing and then I just bring out Kermit the Frog and everyone's like, who you talking? You guys, you like Kermit the Frog? Who the fuck is this guy?
Impressions after they've already decided they hate you is probably the worst thing that you can do.
I don't think there's ever.
Because, like, when is that? So, like, you know what? Fuck this guy, but Hermit?
Yeah, well, I was thinking maybe if they
Kermit
hate
the
you
Frog?
enough, maybe impressions are the way to go. I'm gonna be someone else, so maybe you'll like me a little bit more.
So yeah, there's this point where you're so terrible it comes all the way back around and it becomes great again.
Yeah. So we have to ask Steve. I'm assuming this is a strong yes. Have you been to a strip club before?
When haven't I been to a strip
I
club?
assumed from your stripper stretch marks and the giving us trans strippers that maybe you are a frequency.
Steve looks like he knows the steak combo specials at fucking strip clubs nearby.
No. It's been a while. I found wilder places to go to.
Okay.
But nevertheless, the strip clubs are
Where's this glory
an
hole?
important part of our culture that cannot be overlooked. These are hardworking ladies.
Hell
These are
yeah.
hardworking ladies, and they are earning their stripes in the hardest way possible.
Yep.
These broken ladies are doing a service to America, and we have to.
These broken ladies are keeping the broken men of our country alive.
No,
They're the last hope
They
for
are keeping
affection that
incels
they have.
with a paycheck going.
Yeah. I guess it has to specifically be an incel with a paycheck. The incels without a paycheck, they're
Broke
they're-
incels are literally bringing guns to work.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can't win
One
them
less
all.
school shooter with every one of those. You know? That's what we need. Have you ever had any like interesting experiences at a strip club?
Well, my very first girlfriend liked to go to strip clubs.
Okay.
So this was like an early on formative experience for me. She was an artist, and if she walked in with a sketchbook, I had the best time in the strip club because every stripper in that place wanted to become a piece of art. And so it was very validating and for them in the moment. And it was interesting because you would literally be surrounded by them. They would come in droves and sit around us and want to know which picture they were and like where they fit into all of that. So it was a fun, good time. And you know, it was interesting because it made sex with my girlfriend even better. Because you're literally getting tuned up all night, and then you like go home to her, and you're like, yeah, and you're just ready to tear into that woman.
Hell yeah.
So it's a good time for everybody. There's a tasteful place for it,
Yeah.
and but you got to remember they're broken toys. Be careful.
Yep.
And
Say
be
the
good
wrong
to
thing
them.
and you'll have a crying stripper giving you a lap dance.
They're broken toys. Be careful and be good to them.
Yeah.
And you can all have a good time.
Well, another thing that we've been forgetting to do as of recently, talk about new bits. I really want to hear, Stevie, have you any new bits you're working on? Any new jokes you're working on?
Not really. So we're in like an off season for the show. So I'm not really working on new bits.
Okay. Oh, so y'all taking a break?
Yeah. So you know, the Jew that controls the weather wants to avoid the bad weather, and that's probably the last of the new shit I'm working on.
Hell yeah. Well, then Albert actually has his first headlining show coming up at Hyenas.
Dude, I'm so fucking happy for
Yeah,
you, bro.
and
It is.
With that being said, you gonna present any new jokes during that?
I'm bringing back jokes that I haven't been doing anymore.
Hell yeah.
So I haven't been doing jokes about being like, I have jokes about my age that I kind of quit doing. And since one of our new joke topics I had to do fatherhood, worked really well with that. I've been working on bringing back the older stuff and merging with my new stuff.
Okay.
And getting used to doing that before the show comes up.
Yeah.
Because, I've been doing that and getting used to doing older stuff that I need to fill the time for a headlining set that I like. It's just never been part of a 10-minute set that I get put on,
Yeah.
We don't get many big opportunities, so most of these sets get cut short. There's so much material I've put in the back that's good material to me. I just don't use it that much. Cause
it's like, because you're going to do 10-minute sets, you're going to do like your A material.
Exactly.
Unless like it's a show you don't give a fuck about and you're just like, I'll just throw random shit at the wall. But for the most part, you're putting your A material on, so you don't get the chance to do the B or C material. Or even like, it might not even be C material, but it's just that you haven't got to do enough reps of it.
We
because
call
you've
that
been so comfortable.
Special building.
Yeah.
I'm going to
The
use
long form joke
Yeah.
that you never get to use.
I have plenty of those.
I'm going to use a couple of jokes that I've had to use during Made to Order.
Yeah.
Because like I've liked them enough to keep them in for the show. Like I'm excited to do all that stuff. Because
Are you doing 2025?
Yeah, 2025. I have so many random one-liners that I just never know what to do with, and I want to do a lot of them that I never do at shows because I want to bring my best material. But
and for the most part, all your bits kind of connect together. So throwing a random one-liner in there with your strung together set is
So now that I've been doing comedy for 3 years and being someone that's learned how to write one-liners, I have so many random ones now that like I might just spend the second half of my set doing one-liners.
Hell yeah.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I just have to figure out the organization with them. I always think of Brandon McCamey because he's one of the only guys in our scene that's like
100%
one-liner guy.
Yeah, like he does nothing else except, but like you have people like Trenton or like me who do some one-liners, but that's not just he's straight one-liners. Yeah.
Do you have any one-liners?
I got lots of one-liners.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Well, how do you feel like your jokes end up? Do you see yourself with like a certain specific type of material with the way that your brain works, or is it kind of everything?
I like long form jokes. I'm a big fan of.
So you like storytelling stuff?
Yeah. Well, a lot of what I do is a storytelling concept.
Yeah.
But when I hit the bar mics, one-liners are the only things that land.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, dude, I got to rock it back. And I was like, those were the sets that I bombed because I was telling good jokes, but nobody was listening.
Yeah, you start listening halfway
interesting.
through, and it's like you didn't receive all this information.
You need to have shitty bar mic fucking gear to go.
I've never considered what type of joke style might work best in a bar. So one-liners is interesting. Like it
lands the best. It's the easiest. It's the low-hanging fruit, and everything.
Well, I think it's because it's obvious to someone that has their back turned to you that you wrote a joke. When it comes to a one-liner versus you telling a story, like a lot of comedy stories, you have to be like, trust me, just wait till the punchline at the end.
Yeah.
For people to listen, and like at a bar, that's probably hard to ask for.
And the trouble with the one-liners is the originality in the one-liners.
Yeah.
And so when you're writing for originality,
the pressure is on the punchlines. It tends
to be a long-form joke.
Yeah.
But when you're writing for a one-liner, it's the other way around. And so it's been a little. It's a journey. You got to figure out how to do it, and you got to read the room. You got to know what to do, and get in there and fuck around and find out. It's just like that's all part of the gig. That's all part of being a comic and everything else. So it was like, you take it in the chin, you do what you got to do, you bomb, you eat shit, and then you're like, okay, I wrote this joke, I thought it was fabulous, but nobody was listening. It's like, okay, so what do you do next? And then, like, I even took a little page from The Red Machine from Tony Hinchcliffe, and just scream at the audience every once in a while. So you get up there, they look a little sleepy, they look a little tired.
Markevius, don't stand in front of the camera.
Screaming at them. You do whatever you got to do. You do whatever you got to do to get their attention and everything else, and then you bring it in. And then you start telling the jokes. Yeah. And so I would like run out there and I'd be like, I did it at Big Laugh. I was like, oh shit, Jesus took the wheel, Jesus took the mic, wow, 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 wow. And people were sleeping in that room. They were like, okay, what's going on?
It's like you're trying to reset the room.
It worked.
Nunu does a really good job of that too.
He's loud,
It worked, man. Sometimes you got to scream at him. And just shit like that where it's like, It's like it's crowd work essentially, but it's even more than that. It's just like an advanced freaking game.
We had to engage with the room.
And Eric
so.
was in the room, you know, my accomplished comedian friend, and he was like, "Dude, you just leveled up." And he's like, "How many whiskeys in were you?" I'm like, 4.
Enough.
The perfect amount.
I'm fueled by Irish hate. Let's go.
So, speaking of new bits, I have a new one from the previous Made to Order we just did. I hosted, and something I did like partway through the show was between each comic, like. As one comic when I'm off stage, I'd grab a new topic, read it to the crowd, and be like, okay, I'm going to come back with a joke on this. Here's your next comic while they're doing the set.
Yeah.
So I got Soup Ladle, and I wrote this bit. I think we shouldn't judge all heroin users equally. I think we should really base it off of like what utensil they're using to do heroin. Like a teaspoon is like hardly doing any heroin, I believe. Yeah. Like a tablespoon, that's like maybe you should keep an eye on them. They might have a problem. A soup ladle, I think they've beaten heroin. Like you can do a soup ladle of heroin and survive. You're okay. No one can stop you from doing heroin. You're good. But that's what I got, the idea.
Soup ladle of heroin?
Yeah.
I would say it's God mode.
Yeah, 100%. You are immortal after you do a soup ladle of heroin.
Yeah. That's what they call a sicko mode.
Yeah.
That's like where they have to get the syringe from...
Oh, yeah, the fucking...
the veterinary clinic, you know, like where they give injections to the cows.
Yeah,
like.
It's like a comically large syringe. Who wants to do heroin from a comically large syringe, guys?
Yeah, 'cause that
makes it a lot more cool.
Is that Bill Gates inserting it into your mouth?
Man, I would say if you acquire a syringe that's that large, it's going to be real hard not to want to share it, because how are you going to find another heroin needle that large?
Like you want to get in on this? You want to get in?
I think I pre-seasoned a turkey with this.
Yeah, you have to use a turkey baster to fucking...
It's like, this turkey is too juicy.
Oh, shit, we mixed up the heroin needle and the turkey baster again. There's heroin in the turkey.
It's a party. Let's go.
Turkey's so good, you'll come back for seconds.
Yeah, you can't
and
tell
thirds,
everyone's
and
just like everyone's on heroin or they're just overly stuffed at Thanksgiving. They're just...
It's when the toddlers are laying on the floor and you got to check them to see if they're breathing.
Who knew you could be stuffed and feel so empty at the same time?
I don't think Tommy's going to make it, bro.
Dude, he OD'd on dark meat.
All these little kids are learning about suicidal ideations in real time from their parents.
Ooh, I did think so. I tried it again yesterday at Big Life, and George Brown gave me a tag. If you do a soup ladle of heroin, you win heroin. You should receive a belt like you're in the WWE, but it only fits on your arm to do more heroin.
And ties off perfectly.
It barely fits.
Yeah, it barely fits. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Man, yeah, no, this is it would definitely Eric missed his
that's right. He was
podcast
supposed to
episode.
be on,
Yeah, we had to
yeah.
have someone last minute fill in for him. So you'll have to tell Eric.
I have to shit on Eric about
Yes,
this.
you have to shit on him. Tell him he missed a grand old time.
We must shame the friend.
Yes, shame
Eric
the
Abernathy.
Jew. Shame the Jew.
That's right, motherfucker. Get back in here and fix it.
So how long is the podcast taking a hiatus for? Or I guess y'all between seasons.
Well, we want to take August off. Was the original plan. The venue kind of fell apart. People got offended.
Really?
Why? Why are you having comedy happen in your establishment and you're hearing any complaints about being offended?
Yeah.
But
Oh, so it was the venue. Or was it like
Yeah, they took back what they
viewers?
said about how they feel about comedy, basically, at the establishment.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bit problematic. We were about to take a break anyway.
This happens a lot with bars, though, that take on comedy. Like, they say they're okay with it, and then they hear it, and they're like, you know what? I changed my mind.
That's what's so fucking great about Distribution Bar, because they love
they don't
comedy.
give a fuck, do they?
Yes. You missed it earlier, a couple of you comedians in here. I said fags at the beginning of the show, and no one cut my mic.
You said fags?
Yes. Now, it was an acronym for Foreign Alien Galactic Spacecraft, but I still said the word afterwards. But no, Distribution Bar, like legitimately, Distribution Bar is like so great. Chris Whetstone specifically, he's been so supportive of not only us but comedy in general. Like he wants us to have free will to do like open reign to do whatever we want, and he's had no qualms with anything anyone's ever said during the mics, during the podcast, and it's just been great. It's so awesome. It's so hard to find those places because we
really
had a place
is.
before we were here that was the same. It wasn't even like what we were. It was a little combo of both of like the comedy, but also like people expect you book someone to host an open mic, and now you're gonna have like a packed room of people. No, you're going to have like 20 comedians show up, and like maybe some people will stick around longer because they want to watch the comedy, but you're not going to draw in like 50 people into your bar because someone's hosting an open mic.
No, that's not how it works.
Not until this guy kicks ass on Kill Tony.
Hell yeah. Yes, actually. That's probably the bump. That's why we have more comics these past couple of weeks and a couple of actual real people in the room because this guy over here fucking destroyed.
That's all we can hope for. Mm-hmm. Probably not why they're here, but that's all right. We can dream. I'm dreaming.
I'll say it didn't not affect anything. Speaking of Kill Tony, you haven't heard the news yet, I don't think, but Trenton Tebow and Sagan Butler both got on the Comedy Mothership open mic this last Monday and on Kill Tony, and both received big joke books.
And Sagan Butler she just won her roast battle in Austin as well.
At a Comedy Mothership.
Representing the DFW, so...
Hell yeah.
So far right now, DFW is undefeated in roast battles in Austin.
I fucking love it when our people are fucking winning.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking awesome.
Now
I love
just
it.
fucking September, we got to get some more people up.
Fort Worth, motherfuckers, be afraid.
Yes.
Are you
are coming to Kill Tony in Grand Prairie in September, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Do not let me forget.
I will make sure to text you personally and remind you.
You weren't there for the Grand Prairie in March, were you?
No, I didn't believe so.
What was that?
In March, when they came in March to Grand Prairie?
No, I didn't hear anything about it. I
Really?
completely missed the whole thing.
Dude, there was less than 100 signups.
Yeah, there was like maybe 60 comedians
in
outside.
Austin, it's over 200 easily every week.
Yeah.
That's how low signups were.
There's no chance if you get out to Austin, but it sounds like the travel
September
shows are the sweet spot.
Yes, September. Come to Grand Prairie, the Texas Trust CU Theater.
Yeah, we got very lucky that they're coming back.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah,
I was not
do it.
expecting them to come back this year.
Well, I was thinking in part because of how well you guys did. After hearing how well each of you guys did, plus how in general the show went.
Yeah, the show was highly regarded by the fans.
Yeah, so I think that I don't know if they had already planned to come back, but if not, I think that might have helped. Just how well everyone did, and especially the Fort Worth comedians. And so, I'm excited.
I thought it was funny that some of our friends had seen the comments about the show, and we're like, "Was this episode plugged or like what did they say?"
Oh yeah, they're rigged. Like people were saying that the bucket was rigged because we had so many.
No, it certainly looked that way. As a Kill Tony fan, looking at it and then knowing, where everybody fit in the food chain, I was like, dude, this sounds like it's like they knew who they were talking to the whole time. But when you turn around and you tell me there's like not even 100 of us signing up, it's like,
It's so weird to like be. It was weird to be next to Taco and Trenton, and we had such different experiences that we didn't get to talk about for over almost 3 months.
Yes.
I mean, Ashley Ann might have got a little.
Yeah, she was on that show too.
She did jumping jacks.
You're pretty.
Jumping jacks for the culture.
She's rode that wave of being the person that started the jumping jacks thing, and that's
Dude, get after it, man.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
It works. Hey, I'm
interested
interested to see how she implements that to her set from now on.
I mean, Tony was fairly nice to her.
Yeah.
He could be a real dick.
I feel like the first time they were way more...
Albert's going to show his tits the next time he gets up.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have to. I don't know how else I'm going to get put back on there again.
Yeah.
Like, I need more than just a good set. I want to come back.
Yeah.
I think that's all about that I can come back.
Well, we are reaching the end of the podcast here. I want to give you a moment. Do you have any shows coming up? Anything you want to plug?
No, we're in the middle of the off season. Look for us in season 3.
Hell yeah. Hey, while we're in the off season, go back and watch every episode of Eric Abinante
the off
versus the World.
season is about clipping the shows and building up. We're hunting for a new venue. We are not worried. We got a lot of good options in front of us.
Hell yeah.
So it's not going to die, dude. We are ride or die the whole way.
Whoop, whoop. I'm excited to see where Eric Abinante
We will
versus
see you
the
on
World
season
lands
3,
next.
motherfuckers.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, breaking news on the show for sure.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Like, that's a big deal.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see where he goes from here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we have not taken a step down. We've only taken a step up every time
He
we
stays
move.
busy, and I understand why he works with you so much.
That is a busy little Jew. He will get it fucking done.
Yeah, it's wild seeing him, the preparation it takes, and like talking to him about the preparation it takes for each
Yeah.
Dude,
episode.
that guy memorizes all those fucking shows.
That's
I've never
so
seen him
crazy.
just standing around. He looks busy all the time.
Yeah, he is one busy little guy.
Yeah.
Well, Albert, you got your headlining show coming up. This episode will have
Go
already...
check out Hyenas, motherfuckers.
Hell
Red
yeah.
Room.
July 10th, 8:30 show in the
Yeah.
Red Room at Hyenas Full
This
Word.
episode's
Get
coming out
after
way
it.
after that, but we promoted it every other episode. Actually, a new thing. Also, Hyenas. August, I believe, the first Friday of August. I can't remember what day it is. I don't know if it's August 7th. I think it's August 7th. Dead Froggy Productions has our first official
That's right.
date. I mean, we've helped with the ones for you, Taco, and Trenton, but this one's the one where John officially gave us our own date. Nick Cano's going to be headlining. I'm going to be kind of co-headlining. I'm doing 5 less minutes than him.
Co-headliner.
But, we are going to be Nick's the official headliner.
I'm excited,
I'm going to
dude.
call myself the co-headliner.
That is what it should say. You have to talk to Nick about that.
Yeah, he's doing 25 minutes. I'm doing 20, so it's like, but yeah, no, I think it's August 7th. Whatever it is, the first Friday of August, come to Hyenas, Fort Worth. We're going to be headlining the Red Room. We have plenty of other dates coming up for the rest of the year. Check out Dead Froggy Productions. Albert, we did not establish how we want to outro this episode.
Just close it out.
Yeah,
I'll close
Albert's
it out.
get up, outro this episode.
Got the music?
Music. I put the Mexican music on. It's fitting.
Distribution Bar. We're here every Tuesday at 6:30 for the Toadally Croakin podcast. We got the punch-up mic starting at 7:30. We appreciate the bartender. Y'all make some noise for the bartender dealing with all of our bullshit. Tipper. Shout out to Chris for letting this be our home every Tuesday. We are the Toadally Croakin podcast. I'm Albert Moreno.
I'm Jarrett Florea.
And we are Toadally Croakin.
And by the way, this was Steve Richardson, our guest.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
That's a dead froggy.